Sean, how did you feel?
I felt fine. Yeah, I felt fine.
Sean, were you limited in what you were able to do out there?
No.
Compared to, you weren't limited at all?
No.
Sean, at what point this week did you know you'd be the starter?
I mean, it was a decision throughout the week. Kind of yesterday, I guess, a little bit. And then today, just kind of, getting into it. Just making sure that I was, healthy.
What happened after that drive on the touchdown? You had a couple big plays to get down there and score, and then it seemed like you guys were struggling to pick up first downs the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say. I just, there's plays that had to be made. I don't really know. I can't point out specific plays right now. I got to go back and watch tape and see what corrections need to be. So it's tough to say right now, but obviously we didn't play up to our standard, the Penn State standard, or anything like that. So.
Sean, regarding the overtime rule, do you find it hard as an offense to only get one play at the 3-yard line?
No, I mean we practice that a lot. 2-point play, and we just got to execute better. Myself being number one, and I mean you just can't. You got to get it in. There's not much to it.
Following that, Sean, how many 2-point conversion plays do offenses have? Everybody talks about, one or two, your best play or whatever. I mean, do offenses have 6, 7 2-point conversion plays?
Now they do, just because of the nature of the game now, with the 2-point rule coming into effect for second overtime and then the third overtime being all 2-point conversions. You carry a good amount of 2 points now, so yeah.
Sean, what's the biggest challenge moving forward now after back-to-back really tough defeats?
I'm not too worried about the chemistry of the locker room. We got a really good group. I'm not too worried about the morale. I think we're going to bounce back. It's not a question in my mind. It's just, getting some guys back healthy. I'm trying to get as healthy as I can be, because we got a big one next week. Just the rest of the season, just got to keep pushing. We got a lot of football in front of us. So.
Sean, you didn't run as much as you usually do today. Coach just said that was about being smart. But do you think that's something you'll have to continue to not do as the season progresses? Or where do you feel like you're at this point?
No, I'll keep getting better, and then I'll keep, being able to push that a little bit more. Yeah.
Can you put your finger, Sean, on why the running game struggled again? And James said Thursday, I think it was, that he thought things were kind of trending in the right direction.
I thought so too. I even talked to a couple of offensive linemen going into this game, talking about, we thought that we were in a really good place with the run game. I don't. It's tough to say. I think that we hit some good ones too today, so it's a little bit of give and take, but we just gotta be more consistent everywhere.
Have you been through a game anything like this? How would you describe this to somebody who didn't see it?
No, obviously I haven't been in a game like this. It was a crazy game. Kudos to Illinois. They played really well. Had a good scheme for defense, and finished the game, and we didn't. So.
Big picture, Sean, a lot of people have been talking about Big Ten Championship, college football playoff. It doesn't feel as tangible anymore following this loss. Do you guys even think about any of this stuff?
No. With our mentality, it's all 1-0. So we didn't do that this week, and that's on myself. That's on everybody. But yeah, no. I mean, we don't talk about the final goals. We might do that one time a year just to get out of the way, because we all know what we want to do. But it's whoever's in front of us that week is really the main opponent, because obviously you can't win a championship if you don't go 1-0 each week. So.
How about the 2-point play where they tried to throw the ball to you? Do you guys work on that a lot?
Yeah, we have that. We have that obviously in the game plan. It was a good call. I got my head around and just couldn't. The ball was just on me really quick, so I couldn't really adjust. But still got to make those type plays, especially at the end of the game like this. So.
You talked about getting better from a health perspective and things like that. What do you have to do this week? What did you do last week, and what kind of things can you do? I don't know if more is the right word. what kind of things can you focus on?
Just living in the training room, getting extra treatments, making sure that take care of my body, and just making sure that I'm putting myself and this team in the best case scenario possible. And I thought that I did a good job of living there this week. Obviously I felt good coming in this game, and that's why I played. But yeah, I just gotta keep progressing, keep getting better.
Sean, if you issue today in terms of coach said a lot of guys didn't practice full speed this week. Is that something that showed up on the field from your point of view during the game?
It's tough to say with other guys. I obviously don't feel like I played my best football at all. Made a lot of mistakes. And you can't chalk things up to injuries or anything like that. When you're on the field, you just gotta make the plays when they're there. So it's tough to say.
After the offense struggled for 4 quarters, you get 9 possessions in that overtime session. Getting the ball at the 2.5, 3 yard line is an unusual situation. Does that limit your playbook a lot when you're trying to make one play to win the game like that?
Yeah, it is a little bit tougher just because you don't have as much real estate. It's obviously a short field, so you can't. The defense knows you can't go deep. You can't go balls or deep shots. You're super limited, but at the same time you just gotta be gotta get it in. We did not do that. So.
2 more for Cliff.
Sean, if you go 1-0 next week in Columbus, what does that mean for this team moving forward?
I'm not going to look at it past that, but obviously, first and foremost, we got to see what happened in this game that caused this loss. That's number one, and then number two, once we look at ourselves, I got to look at myself in the mirror, and everybody else got to do the same, correct each other, correct themselves, and then we'll move on to Ohio State. And obviously, it's a big game, but we'll get there when the time comes.
Sean, you took a pretty big shot. It looked like it may have been a little bit late. Did you feel it was late, and how were you after that, kind of physically?
Fine. It's football. You're going to take shots, so that's how the game is. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.